So I'm going to discuss about the Citizenship Act, Citizenship Amendment Act. The reason behind choosing this particular topic is very simple. This topic is in a continuous debate and discussion in the given time. So I personally believe that this is a very important topic, and we can also go through the polity as well as historical background behind this entire controversy which is going on. So precisely the reason I am choosing this CAA, Citizenship Amendment Act. So it was launched in 2019. This act, although this act came into in 1955 only, Citizenship Act, but it was amended for multiple times. That is, first time it was amended in 1957, then in 1960, then 1985, 1985, then 1986, 1992, 2003, 2005, 2015, and lastly in 2019. All right. So, to understand citizenship, this Citizenship Amendment Act, first of all, we will have to understand that in our Constitution, Part 2nd, and Article 5 to 11 talks about citizenship. So, first of all, we will have to understand that in any country there are two types of people live or reside. One is citizen, and other is alien. Basically, citizens get some rights, and some rights are denied to alien. So this is the reason behind this entire Citizenship Act and everything. All right. So this Citizenship Act talk about Citizenship Act 1955 talks about ways to get citizenship, how people lose it, who are citizens, etc. All right. So, Article 5 till 11. This article talks about citizenship, but these articles do not talk about citizenship in totality. Means it only talks about who are citizens of India, when the Constitution came into existence or commenced. So, Article 5, 6, 7, and so on. But we will have to discuss about one important article, and that is Article 11. Article 11 gives power to the Parliament to make law for citizenship. And using this particular article, Parliament came with this act in 1950, 30th December. So they came with this act which is known as Citizenship Act, Citizenship Act 1955. This particular act talks about how somebody will get citizenship, for example, by registration, by descent, by birth, and so on, and how somebody can lose the citizenship also, voluntary or by getting citizenship of some other country, something like that. So to deal all these issues regarding citizenship, Parliament came with this particular Citizenship Act 1955. And obviously, it was amended till today, till 2022. It was amended some 9 times. All right. The last one was in 2019. So, Citizenship Act 2019, Citizenship Act, Amendment Act 2019, it came to give citizenship to the illegal migrants from three countries. These countries are Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. So, why they choose these three countries? Reason was given that people from minority in these countries are being persecuted on the basis of religion. इनको धर्म के आधार पे इनके साथ भेदभाव किया जा रहा था. तो obviously India being the natural, as being claimed by the government of the day, that India being the natural homeland, many people tried to come to India, and they came via various routes, and ultimately they wanted to get citizenship of this country. And to help these people, India came with this particular Amendment Act. Now, who are those migrants, or from which religion these people belong to? So, in Citizenship Amendment Act, 6 religions is mentioned. Religions are mentioned. These are Hinduism, Sikhism, Christianity, Buddhism, Jainism, and Parsis. So, these are the 6 religions. According to the Constitution of India, there are 6 minorities, religious minority in India, and these are, barring Hindu, everybody is a minority in India, including Muslims. But Muslims are not covered in Citizenship Amendment Act, and that is the bone of contention, or the reason behind protest by many stakeholders. So, coming to the important aspect, that who all are protesting against this Citizenship Amendment Act. So, first of all, before we come to this topic, that who all are protesting against the Citizenship Amendment Act, I want to discuss about a very simple issue, that who are illegal migrants. Because in Citizenship Amendment Act, it is mentioned that these people who are illegal migrants, they will get citizenship of India. So, the definition is very simple. First, foreigners who came with valid visa and documents, but overstaying. They do not want to go back. So they become foreigners. And another foreigner, those who came without any document. So these are the basic, these are the way we can classify illegal migrants, or that is how illegal migrants are classified. Now, coming to the another important aspect, that who all are opposing it. So, in Citizenship Amendment Act, it is mentioned that anybody belonging to these 6 religious group coming to India before 31st of December 2014. So anybody who is coming before 31st of December 2014, and living in India for 5 years. They can apply for citizenship, and they can get citizenship if they are being prosecuted on the basis of religion. Now, in other case, if you want to become citizen of India by this process, then you need 11 years of time. But in this particular case, the time period has been reduced from 11 to 5 years only. So that is an important point here. Coming to the another important aspect, that who all are opposing Citizenship Amendment Act. So we can classify it in two categories. One is mostly people from Northeast, and another intellectuals and political opponent of the government. All right. So what are the reasons behind the opposition? So it seems that everybody is opposing Citizenship Amendment Act, but the reason is not the same. There are various reasons behind this opposition. So one is, some people are taking moral stand that Article 14 is being violated. What is Article 14? Article 14 talks about the equality before law, and so equality before law and equal protection of law. According to the Constitution of India, there are some articles or some fundamental rights which is given to the to everyone, to citizens also and to aliens also. Means somebody who is residing in India but not a citizen of India are also getting some fundamental rights. Those fundamental rights are Article 14, Article 20, 21, 21A, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So Article 14 equality, Article 20 is about protection with respect to offenses, conviction for offenses. Article 21 is right to life and liberty. Article 21 is elementary education. So these are the rights. Article 25, 26, 27, 28. These are some various religious rights. 24 talks about child labor, so prohibition of child labor. Article 23 talks about it prohibit bondage labor and exploitation of human. So these are the rights which are given to everyone, to citizens also and to non-citizens also. So Article 14 is being violated here, as being claimed by various people coming from various domains, means intellectuals, political opponents. So they are claiming that this is against the spirit of the Constitution. Why? Because in Citizenship Amendment Act, Muslims are not covered. So it is being claimed that Muslims are being discriminated because of their religion, and so this is against the spirit of the Constitution, and precisely the reason they are opposing. We will see the claim later on, but right now we will, one important point I want to mention here, Article 10. Article 10 in Citizenship Act talks about the continuity of citizenship. Means citizenship means Constitution says that when Constitution commenced, some people got citizenship. So their citizenship cannot be terminated, and if that can be terminated, then it must be terminated by some law. So any government cannot terminate the citizenship of any person because of his or her whims and fantasy. So we will have to understand that this Article 10 is a bulwark against any type of encroachment by the executive. How? Suppose somebody tried to take away the citizenship of any person, then what will happen? The Supreme Court will come into the picture. And in 1973, in Keswananda Bharti case, Keswananda Bharti versus State of Kerala. In this case, Supreme Court of India gave a principle or a doctrine which is known as basic principle, basic structure of Constitution. So if anybody will try to snatch away the citizenship of anyone illegally without any without any law, then Article 10 will come into place, and obviously it will become obviously that act will not pass, or that thing is actually not possible in present day scenario. So this is an important article. We will have to remember this. Coming to the another important point, that is Northeast. Why Northeast? People in Northeast, mostly from Assam, are opposing it. So we will have to look after this. There are some historical reasons behind this opposition, and we will look after that historical reasons also. Before that, so first of all, government is also knowing that there will be some opposition in Northeast because of this act. So they already made some provisions, and those provisions were, they excluded area of Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, and Mizoram from this Citizenship Amendment Act. Means Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 is not applied in this particular area. Apart from these three states, almost whole of Meghalaya and some tribal part of Assam and Tripura. So government has tried to placate these people from Northeast, that their rights will not be compromised because of the Citizenship Amendment Act. So government already came with some provisions in Citizenship Amendment Act only, that in area of Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, it is not applied. Almost whole area of Meghalaya is excluded. Some area of Assam and Tripura, tribal area, are also excluded from this preview of Citizenship Amendment Act. So these are important provisions. Government was also knowing about this, that there could be some opposition, and we had seen that there was a very big opposition took place in northeastern India, mostly in Assam. Now coming to some important issue. Some historical background. First, Anglo-Burma War. It took place in 1824 to 1826. And after 26, from 1826 to 1832, Assam, means obviously in this first Anglo-Burma War, British power won that war, and they snatched Burma. They snatched Assam from Burma, present-day Myanmar. So they took away Assam from there, and from 1826 to 32, it was the part of Bengal presidency. And after that, for some time, it was also separated from Bengal presidency, but it was associated with administrative mechanism was such that it was somehow associated. Even after 1832, it was Assam was associated with Bengal. So Assamese people were feeling alienated. Why? Because Bengalis were taking away their job. They were taking away their job. They were in the power. So Assamese people were kind of alienated toward Bengali, and because of that, many protests and everything was taking place on a regular basis. In 1873, one person named one American Baptist, and his name was Nathan Brown. He was an American Baptist. Baptist is someone who believed that there should not be any intermediaries between God and the people. So he was a Baptist. He came to India and to Assam, and he talked about the value of the Assamese people, the beauty of the Assamese literature, and the people of Assam started opposing more violently against the Bengali people. In 1874, Assam became separate from this Bengali. this Bengal province. Already they were separated, but there was some association, some administrative mechanism was there. It was also removed, and Assam become a independent state altogether. So it became a chief commissioner province in 1874. So in 1874, it was detached from Bengal, and become chief commissioner province. All right. So these are the historical backgrounds. They were already very much alienated with Bengali speaking people, because they were feeling, the Assamese people were feeling that they are coming and they are changing their demographic structure. Not only that, they are taking their job, they are diluting their culture. So the opposition was going on. So it has a historical background. The historical background is there for this opposition of the present day law. Now, coming to the another important aspect, which is very significant here, because India got independence in 1947. But at that time, it was divided into two parts. That is India and Pakistan. India and Pakistan, two dominion, and Pakistan. And present-day Pakistan is not the same in 1947. In 1947, it was having two parts. One is Eastern Pakistan, and another is Western Pakistan. Although nomenclature was given later on, but yes, the Eastern Pakistan is present-day Bangladesh, and Western Pakistan is present-day Pakistan only. All right. So what happened that on 26th March 1971, Bangladesh proclaimed independence. बांग्लादेश ने अपनी आज़ादी की घोषणा कर दी. हाँ, and Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was the leader under which this proclamation of independence was done by the Bangladeshi people. So obviously they started a guerrilla war against Pakistan, present-day Pakistan or Western Pakistan of that time, and it was culminated in 1971, in December 1971, when Pakistan was defeated. So on 26 March 1971, independence of Bangladesh was proclaimed by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and it was culminated in 1971 with the defeat of Pakistan. But obviously, there are some reasons behind all this development. So we will go through quickly about all those things in just few minutes. So all right. So when this 1947 episode took place, when Pakistan came into existence in the form of Eastern Pakistan and Western Pakistan, since time people of Eastern Pakistan were believing that their culture and status are being undermined. Undermined. Why? So there are some reasons. 1948, language movement started. Language movement. What happened? That Pakistan of that day, including Eastern and Western Pakistan has decided to make Urdu their national language. Obviously, the proud Bengali felt very bad. They thought that their culture is being undermined, so they opposed the present-day Pakistan, or that time the Eastern Pakistan. So this movement was taking place from 1948 onward. After that, the budget. So economic factor was also there. Western Pakistan was getting the lion's share from the budget, from the common budget. On the other hand, Bangladesh was just getting the peanut, the present-day Bangladesh. So they were opposing. In 1970, general election took place, and Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, he is also known as Bang Bandhu because of his contribution in the independence of Bangladesh. In 1970, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman party League came into existence. Won the 1917 general election, 1970 general election. But what happened that the military rule was going on, and General Yahya Khan, General Yahya Khan was in power. So military, which was predominantly dominated by the Western Pakistan, 95% people in Pakistani army was from Western Pakistan. So they refused to accept this verdict of 1917 general election. 1970 के जनरल इलेक्शन के रिजल्ट को मानने से मना कर दिया मिलिट्री ने, which was being led by the dictator Yahya Khan, the General Yahya Khan. And obviously, people of Bangladesh opposed it because of already there were historical regions, cultural region, economical region present. So they started opposing the rule of this military ruler, and obviously they proclaimed independence. So on 25th March, Operation Searchlight was started by Pakistani army. They killed students, raped women, killed intellectuals. So they killed anyone who was opposing the Western Pakistan dominance, or who was not supporting the General Yahya Khan's rule. So they were being killed, butchered, raped, and whatnot. So on 26th March, that is, the Operation Searchlight was launched on 25th March, and on 26th March, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman declared independence. And even today, on 26th March, Bangladesh celebrate their Independence Day. So, obviously, the guerrilla war started, and military of Pakistan attacked civilian, killed many people. So they migrated to India. So because of the geographical proximity, they migrated to the northeastern part of India, basically the Assam. Migration took place. This has created a very huge pressure on Indian exchequer, and it was created a huge influx of migrants from Bangladesh to the different part of India, and predominantly northeast. India was supporting the Bangladesh liberation, and India was supporting with arms, goods, and everything, arms, ammunition, money, and all, and providing training and all. So Pakistan attacked on India also. And India entered into the war on 3rd of December 1971. 19 December 1971, because Pakistan has directly attacked on India's base. So India entered in war on 3rd of December 1971, and on 16th of December 1971, the Pakistani army has surrendered, and Bangladesh became an independent country. So that is how the entire stories took place, and we will have to see that it is being estimated that around 3 to 30 lakh people got killed because of this because of this military, Pakistani military. More than 10 million people fled to India. More than 10 million people fled to India. So these people, people from northeast, many people, tribals and all, they started opposing, and ultimately there was a huge movement took place, which was being led by Assam Students Union, ASUS. So it was going on. In 1985, the government of India signed an accord which is known as Assam Accord. More precisely, on 15th of August 1985, it was signed. So 2 days are important here. One is Government of India, first Jan 1966. So anybody who is a citizen of India, who is from Indian origin, living in this in Assam, will be considered a citizen of India. So if he is living in Assam before 1st of January 1966. Another important date is 24th March 1971. So anybody who is living in Assam and from Indian origin and living in Assam before midnight of 24th March, he will be considered as Indian citizen, but there is some caveat here. So if he is living in this area after 1966, but before 25th March 1971, midnight of 24th March 1971, in that case, he will be declared as foreigner. And he will live so for 10 years. But in these 10 years, they will get all right and they will have all duties or obligation as a citizen of India, but that particular person will not get a voting right. So that is an important date, 24th March 1971. And anybody who is coming after midnight of 24th March 1971, those people will be considered as foreigners and will be deported to the native country. So that is why it is important. So people of Assam are thinking that because of Citizenship Act, this accord will be diluted. So they are opposing. They are opposing for everyone. They do not want anyone to come from other part of, from any other country to Assam, belonging to any religion, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, no matter what. On the other hand, many people are opposing that this is diluting Article 14. So these are some fundamental these are some issues associated with this Citizenship Amendment Act. To sum it up, so I just want to quickly sum up this entire episode into 3 words. That one date is important. That is 1st December 2014. Another 6 religion: Hindu, Christian, Parsis, Sikhism, Buddhism, and Jainism. So these are 6 religions. 3 countries: Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. So these are important things. Article 14, Article 10, Article 11 are important. Or obviously this entire story of the Bangladesh liberation is important for our examination. So that's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.